I think there's a couple of interesting issues. The first, sort of categories of issue perhaps, the first is counterfeit and illicit trade in general, which is kind of why the tax stamp industry exists in the first place. And you know, we face the same issues as any other security type of document, banknotes or ID, etc. So staying ahead of the counterfeiters, combining technologies so that we are one step ahead always is one of the biggest challenges. And the second point that I think is more unique to our industry than some of the others is that every country needs a banknote and every country needs a passport. Countries don't need, by legislation or by practical use, a tax stamp, or many don't know they do. So the myriad of different solutions that are available confuses customers, or can confuse customers quite easily. So I think it's very important for us as an industry to be able to present what makes sense, what's good standards, and what governments can do, so that we create the demand for a tax stamp or a control system for excise that's equivalent to the kind of need that we have for banknotes and passports in our countries. I think that's paramount at this stage. We're a nascent industry. There are lots of countries with tax stamps, but lots of countries without. There's very important drivers like the FCTC protocol, TPD, and just the decline that countries see in revenue from excise. But at the moment, as I said earlier, there's so many different things they can do about it that the industry coming together and speaking with one voice about the commonality of things that are important to do will make it easier for countries to adopt solutions, whereas at the moment there's a lot of inertia because they just find it too difficult to work out what to do. I think particularly advocacy to the bodies that are driving the uptake of tax stamp systems is very important. So we've been working very closely with ITSA, the International Standards Organization, to create a standard around tax stamps, but equally to deal with bodies like the EC on TPD and the FCTC Secretariat are things that we can do on behalf of the industry, which hopefully will create a common level of knowledge within those organizations to help governments around the world implement the right sort of schemes.